quick layout for you guys today. I'm going to be scrapbooking these two photos of me and my husband, sort of entertaining and talking to my daughter before her first heart surgery. I'm going to do this on a white piece of paper. I know, surprise, surprise, but I am going to put a border around the whole thing. So I've already cut down my paper by about 1/4 of an inch on 2 of the sides. Now, when I originally started this layout and kind of was working with it, I took a bunch of different paper and I had a ton of different layers behind my two photos. And I've seen a lot of people use a lot of layers, and I really like it. But when I did it for this layout, I don't know, maybe it's because I wanted a certain feel to this layout, or maybe I just wasn't doing it very good. I don't know, but I didn't like it. So I took out all of the layers but these two, and I settled on these, and I just liked it a little better. So there's a wood grain piece of paper and then an orange and white polka dot, and I think that that looks cute, and I think it's more of the look that I was going for. Now, I do have kind of a little bowl that I, if ever, if I cut a doily, or like you see this tag, I punched some circles out of it, I will usually just put in this bowl, and then I will try to find a layout to use them on. So once I got to this point of the layout, I took out that bowl and tried to use up some of those embellishments and things, and I pulled out these two pieces. Now, this doily and this tag are kind of an off-white. They're not quite as white as the background paper, and I kind of like that. I like that, you have this bright orange paper and bright white background, and then you have like the wood grain with the creamier white embellishments. I just like the way that all of that works together. So I'm just going through and making sure everything's glued down good, and I'm going to pull out a couple of wood veneers. I think these are from Teresa Collins. I'm just using some Scotch quick dry liquid adhesive to get them stuck down on my page here. Now, this word says always, and I picked this because the journaling that I typed up for this layout it says I use that word a lot to kind of just tie everything together. So I said things like, we'll always love you and you'll always be ours. Obviously, there was a lot of emotion that was going on this day, and so I typed up her journaling on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of just computer paper, and I'll probably do some very minimal embellishing on that, and I'm going to tuck it behind my layout. But it just really talks a lot about our feelings that day and just certain things. But like I said, I kind of played on that always word. Now I have this rainbow sheet of diagonal paper, and I am just going to put that border around. I really like the look of that diagonal stripe, and I like that it's rainbow. I think that that's really cute. Now I have these Heidi Swap phrase stickers, and I pulled off 3 of them, and I just want to casually put them at the bottom of my layout. I don't want there to look like there was any effort or anything put into putting these strips down at the bottom here. And what they say is, the bottom one says, believe it's possible. That next one up says, I'll love you always. And I think that top one says, happy you are mine. And then once I get those down on my layout, I just try to think if there's any other finishing touches I want to add to this. And I pull out these white enamel dots, and I'm just going to sprinkle or place 3 of them around each of the wood veneer. Now these have hardly any stick left to them, so I am again just using that liquid adhesive to get those glued down. Now I say these are white, but they're a little bit off-white, much like the tag in the doily, and I just like that I'm adding, I guess, another piece of something that's not totally white. I think that that's something that a lot of times would bug me, if I had something that's almost white paired with something that is super white. But on this layout, it kind of just worked, and I really liked it. So after I get these put on, I hesitate just for a little bit, just to make sure there's nothing else I want to add to this. But I really do call it done at this point. Like I said, I will put my journaling behind my layout. It will just rest nicely behind there, but I am done with this layout. So thanks so much for watching, and hopefully we'll see you all soon. All right, bye-bye.